Hello cookies, welcome back to my episode where I review my old graphic design assignment. Because context matters, especially this episode and previous episode, this category matters because it basically a blueprint to my other project, which is selfish content, where I guide people how to master yourself as individuals. You are the master to your life. You create your ideal life. You create your destiny, period. And if you notice that I've changed the formation because I want to make eye contact with you. I'm gonna talk to you. Keep the eye contact like that. We're gonna finish the whole pages from Get a Grasp of the Universe, which is the second category. Let's get into it. Let's keep it sweet and short. Page 18. An alchemist is one who turns everything into love. Let me guide you to look at this from my perspective. It says here, the alchemist who turns nothing into something that comes from a place of love. You can see alchemist from a different perspective, you see. From scientist's perspective, turning metal into gold. By general, alchemist as someone who can turn nothing into something. Something means something valuable, something that is useful for you. There is few significant traits you need to know about being an alchemist. First, you gotta be grateful so that you are thankful for every little thing that happened to you, every little things around you, every little thing you have access to have value to it. When you start seeing things as valuable, you can pick up anything that's been thrown to you and turn it into something useful for you. That's what alchemists do, okay? So cookies. Yes, alchemists come from a place of love because when you have love for things that are happening to you, only you are able to look at its value. When you come from a place of love, what comes out of you is love too. When you're able to see value in something, you're able to manipulate it and articulate it to make something greater, to enhance its beauty, to enhance the value of something. But when other people look at it, be like, oh, that's just trash. It's just nothing. It's literally nothing. But for alchemists, honey, every little thing around them holds its value. Alchemists, by philosophy, any bad experience happened to me, it's because I come from a place of love. I'm grateful. I thank God that it happened to me because now I have that capacity to use it as motivation that push me to do better for myself next time. Next page. Unconditional love really exists in each of us. It is part of our deep inner being. It's love for no reason, period. I am not sure if you're familiar with this. There's a perspective. We are just particle of God. So God is greatness. God create greatness. All around us are greatness. You see the mountain? Isn't it beautiful? Look at all the nature. Isn't it beautiful? Look at all the animals. Isn't it beautiful? You can eat hamburger out of it. We all living together. We're balancing the ecosystem, okay? It's not just about I'm eating you. I mean, my bad. I was the one who gave you the example just now. The unconditional love within us is the greatness. We're capable to reach that level of greatness. We're capable to reach that level of unconditional love. But you have to work on yourself. You have to heal yourself in order to be able to look at it. That way, you are able to experience the unconditional love and you can provide to people the unconditional love too. The science is, when you are able to recognize it, only you are able to perceive it. When you're able to perceive it, only you are able to mimic it back and throw it to other people. We were raised off matrix system. They have trained us to have a conditioned love, to have conditional think. If you want this, you want that, you have to meet the requirements. You have to make a certain amount of money to experience this kind of lifestyle or this kind of privilege. That's conditional, okay? That's not the greatness. Greatness is unconditional. Greatness gives you liberation to experience everything around you without any limitation, okay? And in order to do that, we have to escape this matrix mindset first. We have to escape these matrix patterns first. You were trained from school until you're adult, you're working, you've been exposed to one rigid way of perception that everything is conditional. That automatically, by nature, it affects your way of perceiving things. You would think that, oh, everything is conditional. I can't do this because I don't have that. I can't experience that because I don't have this. Well, that's why I say you have to train yourself. You need to read a lot, and when you start having access to all these other perspectives on how to look at life, you start realizing that I'm not binded to just one rigid perception about life. I am capable to experience this unconditional love. I am able to recognize unconditional love. Come back to the alchemist, honey. When you are able to recognize life as unconditional love, whatever life throw at you, good things and bad things, that you are able to transmute the energy and make your life better. It takes work of healing in order for you to be able to actually see it, because you have to detox this old way of matrix system have trained you, have instilled this fear in your mind that, well, everything is conditional, you can't have that if you don't have this. No. It takes time for you to actually detox this way of thinking and to replace it with a healthier way of thinking. Okay? It takes time, honey, but believe in shadow work. Believe in investing in healing yourself. Congratulations for my people who have actually reached this level of being. And for those who have not reached there yet, you can. Start by having intention that you want a better life, period. That's the beginning of everything. Don't be fooled. The original one is literally just a blank page with a square formation text. Love is not about possession, love is about appreciation. And then one day I decided to scribble on my book with crayon. And then another day I realized this one lesson after observing life. I'm like, keeping secrets only make things worse. Boom, I write it down in my book. Close it and leave it. First, I'm going to talk about love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. 100% a continuation to what I have mentioned from previous page. It's really your mental state. Pessimistic, optimistic. Pass me with point finger. Let me just explain it. There's two ways of looking at things, okay? First, someone saw butterfly and he thought the butterfly is cute, so then he catch it and trap it in a jar and keep it at home with him. Because he loves the butterfly. It looks beautiful. He wants to look at it again. He keep it in a jar in his house. Another person saw a butterfly come around to his place and he's like, I want to see it again. It's so beautiful. And then guess what he do? He make beautiful garden, beautiful place for the butterfly to come back and fly there on its own will. This one get trapped beyond its will, and this one comes on its own will. Appreciation, possession. Possession is always
forcefully.
Appreciation comes on its own will. In this cruel world, not many people are fortunate enough or privileged enough to experience the sweetness and the greatness of life, okay? And especially for people who trap in survival mode. These are people who are surrounded by chaos. It's not their choice, it's the system that has made them like that. To begin with, the system was stealing greatness from them, limiting greatness from them. So they don't have access to this greatness, the sweetness of life. And the moment they get to experience the sweetness, they want to keep it. These all are behavior coming from place of fear. They fear they'll never be able to see it again. So they want to keep it. But what you can learn from this part, because you never experience it, so you don't know how to treat it. You don't know how to appreciate it. But for those people who are privileged enough to experience the sweetness of life, to experience the greatness of life, they're used to it. They know how to treat it. They know a proper way to respond to it. There's no fear. They're not coming from a place of fear. They're coming from a place of love. They are aware of the abundance in this life. But for people on this side, sweetness rarely happens to them. And they have this fear instilled in them that it's not going to happen to you. Everything is conditioned. So once they got it, they're going to keep it to themselves. That's the only way they know how to respond to something that they're not used to. I'm going to keep it. How can I help these people to actually understand that life is abundance despite of things they have to face every day around them, despite of struggles? They are in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, something gets you want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? When it's so difficult for you to get food, you can hold on to that food and you only eat a pinch by pinch because you're afraid that when the food run out, you never know if you're going to be able to eat food again next time. But for these people, of course, they can appreciate things because they can get food anytime they want. There's no limitation raised on them. So that's how it is, exactly what I understand now. I want my people from survival mode to understand that world is magical. This is not ritual, okay? World is magical. You deserve the finest thing in life. You deserve the sweetest thing in life. You deserve the greatest thing in life. Whatever you see is good. You deserve to get better thing and better and better and better thing if you believe it. Seriously, believe it that you can and you will. Damn, people, that's how I do mine, okay? Can you believe it? Let me tell you something. Last time, okay, I was unfortunate, right? And then I was struggling, right? And then I was using like typical, you know what I'm saying? Like it never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind to actually change my menstrual pad to something organic or anything. But then over time, life caught up and I'm like, ew, I cannot. I have sensitive skin. I cannot wear cheap menstrual pad. But then at the same time, I also don't have the privilege to actually use this kind of expensive material, right? But then because I believe in myself that I deserve it, everything is interconnected, honey. When you believe in yourself that you deserve something better, you will have that willpower to actually step up your game. So I step up my game, right? How you want to step up your game, how you want to connect to divine is literally by doing things that you love. Do it wholeheartedly, and I do it. And out of nowhere, I just get this abundance. From whatever things that I never had before, that I dreamed of having it, I experience it. It's not coming from traditional place. Let me say it like that. Believe in magic, honey. Believe in magic and you will get it. You don't have to pray to Satan and like sell your soul and whatnot. You don't have to do all that shit. You just have to focus on things that you feel inclined to do. You do it wholeheartedly, boom, magic happens to you. Page 22. Anything unresolved within our energy field will keep manifesting itself in our life until we heal it. Hashtag let go. Hashtag allowing life to flow. Period. Honey, I used to be on survival mode, okay? I understand you. See, our life comes with limitation. It don't come easy to us. The privileged people can experience it simply. That's why they're able to appreciate things as it is. But then, not for us. Not for us. Life comes with limitation for us. We have limited access to the greatness of life. In order for this metric system to keep us binded to a conditional way of being, they train us from child until we grow up as an adult. everything comes conditional to us. But the more I learn, the more I study, the more I get to see perspective, like the more I observe things around me, and even all these rich people who are buying MS, like having a $30,000 handbag, like woo, things come easy to them. They have the access to the sweetness of life, they have the access to greatness of life, right? The more I watch them, the more I observe them, right? I'm like, if they can have it, I can have it too. If God loves us, that makes I can have what they have to. I deserve what they deserve to, because God is fair. I don't care if your God says no, you're meant to be poor, or some meant to be rich. No, I don't care. I want to believe my God wants me to have whatever they have to. So when I believe it that way, now that I have developed a whole new perspective, I keep searching, keep learning. And then automatically I realize that to begin with, is those wealthy people, their trick. They are the one who make life difficult for us. These people are the one who introduced this conditional system for us. I'm not just gonna play their game, honey. I'm not gonna play their game. You know what I do? I invest some time for me to heal. I detox all old way of thinking, like old system they're trying to instill in our brain. They're trying to convince us that your way of being is conditional. Fuck you. Oh, you have the unconditional access to greatness of life, and now my life is conditional. It's not fair, motherfucker. So I don't want to play your game anymore. You see, because when we play their game, they're the one who get the access to unconditional love. We have access to conditional love. It's not fair. So I don't want to play their game anymore, and I decided to get rid of all their old mindset, all the old mindset they're trying to instill in our brain. And now, even at where I am, I have the same mindset as them. Once I able to switch my mindset and have how they perceive things, I apply it onto me, I able to attract what they attract into their life. If you want their life, you have to think like them. I'm not saying that we are stealing anybody's shit. They get to live like that because they've been stealing from us to begin with. So, honey, take back your power. Claim back your power. When I say take back your power, you probably don't understand what kind of power do I have. Honey, your rights is your power. They've been taking away your right in order for them to be able to live this good life and whatnot. Every goodness you have witnessed in this life, you deserve it too. If they can have that, you can have that too. Period. Take me so long to get here, but I finally get here because I finally opened my mind to change. You should do the same. Next page, last page. May I live like the lotus at ease in the muddy water? Yes, you may. This is where I am right now. I'm the lotus in the muddy water because I get rid of all stupid condition and I replace it with unconditional. Boom. I'm the lotus in the muddy water. Nothing affect me. My muddy water only makes me the great person and makes greater and greater life for me to attain. If you believe that, it will happen for you. Okay? Period. Drop the mic. Bye. It's okay. It's okay. This is literally me making sense of things because I don't write anything down. I literally just